Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to look at a pretty cool pen by Kara's Custom. Kara's Custom pens are made in Mesa, Arizona, and this is their new model they came out with. It's the box that it comes in. Very cool branding. Made in Mesa. So this is their Oh, don't look at my coupon code. That's 15% off or $15 off my next purchase. I don't want you guys to take that. Sorry, I might use it. Anyway, here's the pen. Now, got some nice foam padding. This is the Modal. This is made of a Ultem. As you can tell, it's polyethermide, if I'm not mistaken, which has a greater tensile strength than ABS polycarbonate. Tensile strength meaning how much it can be pulled on before it breaks or cracks. So very strong stuff, and it's very resistant to heat and steam, actually. So very good. It's the Ultem is PEI, that I mentioned. It's a type of Ultem, and it's very nice. It has this very nice, very simple and subtle texture. It's just got a good feel in the hand. Let me zoom out just a little. Oop. There we go. It works pretty well. I mean, it's definitely a smooth button, but it doesn't really seem to hold me up. And it's got a good action, but it's not overly tense. You know, it's not too strong of an action. I really feel like they need to refine the action on the tactile turn pens. That's just my opinion. It's got this really neat deep carry, I would say basically deep carry, pocket clip attached, which you maybe, I don't know if you could swap that around. I don't think so. But anyway, no, I don't think you can. Regardless, it's a very nice pen. Comes with a Schmidt Easy Flow 9000. And like I said, nice texture. Feels good in the hand. You can unscrew it right here. Okay. But this thing's pretty cool. I like bolt action pens. And it was interesting because I was reading on their website when they said that this pen they thought about, I guess maybe for 10 years, or they thought the bolt action pen market was oversaturated, which I find not to be the case, but that was their take on it anyway. But they put it off for a while, and then they finally came out with it, and I think they did a really good job, actually. And I've never owned any of their other pens, like their fountain pen or their other Bolts pen. It has kind of like a push top, and it's just different. I'm not really a fan of that one, but this one I liked, and I wanted to give it a shot. So I wanted to show it off, and I want to show you too, hold on, what it's like in comparison to my Arno Bernard. Oop, let me get this. You know what? Hold on a second, guys. I want to zoom this in just a little so you can get a better take. So, the Arno Bernard Asige, and that's about the size difference. So you're looking at maybe like a quarter of an inch, maybe a third of an inch longer on the Arno Bernard. Here's your standard Pilot. Precise V5. Click. There's that. And then you have your Urban Survival Gear or Smooth Precision Pens, Tie Scribe. And there's that. And there's a little bit of a difference in length over here. I think these are like right around like 5.14 inches, maybe something like that. And I didn't get the measurement on this, sorry, but I would say it's probably closer to 5, maybe 4.9. But anyway, yeah, it's a pretty neat pen. I definitely would recommend it. Not too expensive. I think the PEI Ultem model that you see here in front of you is a limited edition. Why won't this focus? Okay, there we go. So I don't know if they're going to make it. It's just interesting. Look at the machining, though. There's not really texture, but they made it to where they machined this in such a way as to make it look like there is texture. And maybe there is so subtly. But look at that. That's really good. That's nice machine work. Really nice. And for a smooth actuation, and it just fits your thumb. It fits your finger well. It catches. It doesn't feel like it's gonna. I mean, you can slip, but it doesn't feel like it. It does. It with intent, it works. You know, so I would say this is a very good option for those who are looking for something light and something that you want to just throw in your pocket. No one will. I mean, everyone will probably assume that it's a pen when they see the pocket clip hanging out. So that's all they'll see, right? But very nice piece, not too thick. Oh yeah, let me just show you the thickness. This is the older model, the Tie Scribe. So it's a little thicker on the body. Oop. Dropping things over here. There's the Orno Bernard. So, not too thick, but certainly, oop, man, I'm sorry. I did not mean to hit the camera. It's like the second or third video I've done that pretty frequently. Yeah, I would definitely recommend one of these guys. They do have some different models, some different textures and things. And it's pretty cool. It's definitely a good piece. Made in America, right here in Mesa, Arizona. And it's a quality made pen. And the fact that it comes with the Schmidt Easy Flow 9000, that's great. You're going to have a ton of different ink cartridges that you can swap out for that if you so choose. Me, that's my favorite ink cartridge. I think that writes smoother than anything on the market. And I mean, better than a Monteverde, better than a Parker, better than... I'm trying to think of some others. I can't. Better than... An Odo is good, but better than an Odo. This is the only other cartridge, believe it or not, is the Pilot Precise V5 that is actually a very good ink as well. But that's a very standard one. I shouldn't say standard. It's very, very good ink for writing. But this one takes the cake, the Schmidt Easy Flow, in my opinion. But I mean, you could swap it out for whatever you want. You could swap it out for the... You could swap it out for... Oh my goodness, I can't think of that model. I guess it's not a big deal. Man, I wanna remember it, and I can't because I don't have any of their models. No, I do. The Space Pen, but it has a model. Or it has a brand name. I know they're made in America. I think they're made in maybe Pennsylvania. I don't remember, but they make the NASA pens. Those are great for writing underwater and hot, cold temperatures, things like that. But the ink and the way that it flows when you're writing, it's not consistent when you're writing. You know, it skips, it leaves things out. It's just not as consistent, not as good in my opinion. If you need a pen to work, sure, but it's not going to have that very smooth, flawless flow of ink. And yeah, so highly recommended this piece. Check out their other models. I want to see what they're going to come up with next. I'd like to see if they'll make a different iteration of this down the road, maybe an improved version. Who knows? I think... Truly, I know they said they think this pen was oversaturated in the market. I think it certainly is not. because I don't think there are many pens out there that are making bolt. I don't think there's many companies that are making bolt action pens. Unfortunately, Smooth Precision Pens is out of business. Haven't heard anything on Kelvin Verrett as to whether or not, he's even still alive. I hope he is. Hope he's all right. I know he was having some health problems, but I know the last time before he took his Instagram down, he hinted at getting into knives and starting a knife company. Now, that would have been great because I think he's a very talented entrepreneur. I mean, just look at his pens. He makes the best pens, or did. And I still think they are the best pens that are around today, even though they're not made anymore. They're still the best pens that have been made, way better than Nottingham Tactical or any other brand you can think of, in my view. But, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. There's no way to unfortunately get in contact with him, so he took down his Instagram. But excuse me, I had to yawn. Ugh, pardon me. Yeah, I definitely recommend this model. Really nice piece, and like I said, not a bad price. And I believe I also mentioned this is, I think, a limited edition, so they make other versions with aluminum. I don't think I've seen titanium, but they have their own dragon skin pattern. It's not going to quite be like a Smooth Precision pen, but it's different, but it's still very neat. Still very neat. Very nice machining. What else? I think I've seen another type of... They might have had a different type of plastic pen other than Ultem. It was an all black model. Pretty neat. Pretty sleek. But yeah, check out their stuff. They got really nice stuff, and it's made right here in America. So support another American company. Thanks for watching, guys.